Hello there, and welcome to this new series called My Life as a Rewinder. This is day 1 of me vlogging my life as a rewinder in old China. I'll tell you what happened from the start. So, it's a good summer day and I was just chilling in my front porch having some tea when my assistant Light comes and tells me Mr. Black and White are here to see me. And I was like, no bro, I do not want any business from those two. But she was like, okay, I'll tell them to take their gold somewhere else. And I was like, gold? You know, I miss that old bastard Black. Let him come in. I'm gonna talk to him. And he informs me that White is waiting by the lake. So I was like, why didn't you bring her along? And he's like, so he asked me to leave everything and come down there to talk to them. And I was like, bro, this is my house. Huh? Why don't you come here if you have business with me? But you know, I have a big heart, so I just walked down to the river to listen to them. And they tell me that there's this village called Reed River Village where some sort of shady business is going on with all the souls, where souls that are supposed to be born there are not being born there. And I was like, huh? But how can that be? Yeah, we were thinking the same thing. Maybe you should do it. And I was like, what is in it for me? Gold. And I was like, sign me up. So I go to Reed River Village, right? And I see that, bro, this shit is down in the drains. Like, it's a sad village. It's a sad village. People are sad, dogs are sad. I mean, dogs are sad. And I just petted the dog and I told him, bro, you chill. I'm gonna sort this issue out. So I go down there and I kind of investigate, you know, as if you have not already caught up to what I do, I'm a spirit detective. I was like, maybe I should go to the local 2D and talk to him about it. I mean, it's his responsibility to sort the shit out. And I walk in and that dude wants some offering to talk to me. I mean, bro, I'm here to help you. You're clearly in this mess that you cannot get out of. And I was like, fine. And I gave him a jar of some stolen wine and gold paper. And he was like, I'll tell you everything about it. And he tells me barely anything and asks me to go down to this other house to discover things. And there's a pregnant lady and you can just watch what all happened. But somehow I was able to go back in time and manipulate people's memories. So that pregnant ghost is gone. And so we continue our journey from after I got caught by that pregnant ghost and saved my own ass. Let's go. After that out-of-body experience, literally, I was like, maybe I'm done with this town. Maybe all this shit is sorted out. And I talked to Light and we discussed a couple of things and we decided to move on from this sad town, which I clearly saved. But once I walk out, I see it suddenly started snowing on a very sunny day. And I was like, what's this R doing? And Light told me, duh, you played with the timeline. Now suddenly the whole world has shifted and now it's winter during summertime. We celebrate Christmas in July now. And I was like, does that mean the case remains unsolved? Indeed. And we should check around for more clues. And I was like, God damn it! I just walked a couple of paces where I saw this huge ass toad sitting by the side of the path. I do not remember that toad sitting there. So I just went to inquire where the hell he came from. Ribbit. He tells me,
Me hat nice.
that's a bowl, not a hat, man. Come on.
Ribbit.
Damn, the idiots I have to deal with. I decided I'll go and talk to the local 2D when I saw that the stairs were blocked by a thick block of ice. And I decided, can't do anything about it. Let me just go chill at the local tavern and have some wine. When I reach the local tavern, I see that it's completely broken and in shambles. There's some good wine, but I don't have anything to drink it with. I looked around if there was a possibility that no one's gonna see me and I can just... that hits the spot. Maybe I'll just go inside the local tavern to see what's going on in there. And not to my astonishment, I found the place completely deserted. There was a painting, very beautiful, very beautiful. There was some wires going around the place, but the connection was very poor. I saw on the table, I found a straw hat And I thought to myself, that's a good looking hat. Makes me look like Monkey D. Luffy. I'm gonna steal it. When I stepped out of the tavern, I was feeling particularly excited about my new hat, so I decided to show it off to the idiot frog who was sitting at the side thinking his bowl was a cool cap.
Rabbit. Your hat nicer than me hat. Me want that hat.
I was like, haha, in your dreams. And then suddenly it clicked me, maybe there's a way around this conversation. But I need something in exchange. Frog spirit.
Rabbit. Exchange.
And I thought to myself, he's talking about that what do I need in exchange, but what he meant was that he wanted to switch that bowl with my hat.
Warmer it is. Me show off pretty hat now. Cozy, cozy. Rabbit.
And after he took my hat, I realized that this dude looks very similar to Jabba the Hutt. Was he part of the intergalactic pirate lords? Was this guy Jabba the Hutt? Thinking that I do not want none of that action, I just decided I'm gonna take my broken ball and my business somewhere else. I decided to go to the only way that was available to me when I found my power blocked by another man who was trying to break the ice. Did this man not fear death? Was he not afraid of drowning? I decided to talk to this daredevil and ask him what makes him so fearless. Beggar ghost, it should be here. This is where I fell off. Don't tell me it's shattered. I need it to collect my donations. Excuse me? You are in my way. Go away. That pickaxe might come in handy for breaking ice, I thought to myself. My dear friend, may I borrow your pickaxe? No. I will be very quick. I don't care. How does that benefit me? Go away. I'm busy looking for my things. I was like, what do I have to offer this dude? And I saw in my inventory that I only had that broken bowl. So maybe it was time for me to pull a Jabba the Hutt on this dude and exchange a worthless item for a sort of valuable item for me. So I decided to offer it to him. You again? Come on, check out what I got. It's my bowl. Give it to me. Do you see the balls on the... I don't care, man. How did that benefit me? I'll give you the pickaxe, okay? No, I have one more condition, I told him. You know, I'm investigating what happened in this village. Tell me everything you know. You get one question. Better make it good. Do you want your crappy bowl or no? Fine. 2 questions. That's final. I still got my begging business to run. Don't forget the pickaxe. Ask your damn questions. I decided I want to know about this Taoist that left behind that message in that pregnant lady's home. That was clearly an enemy who wanted me to die, but I decided to check it out. Yeah, the Taoist was here. My mom would talk about him all the time, saying he's an immortal or whatever. Well, that's all powerful immortal couldn't deal even with a puny little curse thingy. I can never believe a word out of my old lady's mouth. This is all her fault. If it wasn't for all her meddling, I'll be out having a ball. But now I'm here begging for food. Deciding to put behind me whatever shoddy business was going on between this dude's mom and that Taoist, I decided to question him further about that lady, Beggar Ghost. Poof, of course I do. She always been a bit mental, but after Ming went missing, she went off the deep end. All we heard was, one day Ming's peachy, then the next day he's missing and Monster did it. Who knows what really happened? It must be her fault the village ended up like this. Even though I knew I had already asked 2 questions, I decided to shoot my shot with this dude and just see if he was an idiot. 2 questions, you promised. Give me the pole now. Fine. You have the pickaxe. It's no use to me now anyway. Gotta go. Bye. Hope I never see you again. Oh, one more thing. How did you die? I fell off the bridge. Son of a... The bridge? So I decided to look back into this dude's mind and I saw what happened that day. And to be honest, it was pretty tragic. I was crossing that bridge and suddenly a wicked wind came. The tree fell, crashing down into the bridge. The bridge collapsed. Next thing I know, I'm falling. I'm sorry, I told him. I didn't deserve that. It was June's fault. We all knew the tree was about to fall. Instead of cutting it down, he wasted time bargaining the price. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be a lousy begging ghost. Oops, I answered another question, didn't I? Gotta go. What's the hurry? So after talking to that dude, I decided to go back and break that piece of ice with my pickaxe. When I reached the ice, I realized that dude didn't give me his pickaxe. But then I checked my hand and the pickaxe was right there. So I just broke through that ice with minimum effort. I hit the gym ladies. Master Rewinder, how may I help you? You don't remember me? What? I would definitely remember if I had the honor to meet a Rewinder. The shrine also rests 2D's memory. Never mind. Yes. It was the day the Taoists came to perform the ritual. A wicked wind came out of nowhere and brought down the tree. If you need to cross the bridge, you may need to come up with something else. The town carpenter could help, if only he was still around. I decided to ask him about the Taoist. You mean Yi the Taoist? He lives in the Taoist temple in the neighboring village. He used to come here a lot to help the villagers. It was him that told me to wait for the Master Rewinder, and here you are. Where is he now? Your humble servant does not know. Maybe he's returned to his temple? That'll be all. See you later, Master Rewinder. Idiot. Whoa, hold on a minute. Didn't I have to give him some spirit and some gold to bring him to me last time? And if he doesn't have any memory of it, why did he come this time when he said that if he gets the proper offering, he'll come to someone? And what was that? Idiot. About. But being good of heart, I decided I'm gonna still help them. I needed a bridge to cross the river. Well, the joke's on them. I don't need a carpenter. The river's frozen. I can just walk through that river. Idiots. Reaching the end of the river, I found out that somehow there's no other shore. And the only thing that was there was this plant. And I remembered my old friend Tree Sage, who was into farming and shit. So I just decided to send this down to him. High five! Hey, why did this camellia wither? He asked some extremely philosophical questions, which I don't have an answer to. Even though I was back in old China, I was gonna look out for my boys. So, sending the flowers down to the tree sage, I went on ahead with my investigation. Since I was a spiritual detective, I decided to do some investigation, for which sometimes I have to take some unconventional methods of investigation, like breaking and entering. I saw the lady who was talking about different animals, and she still was. After looking at her face really hard, I realized that this was the lady that I laughed at for flopping over, and I felt incredibly bad for her. Since I'd already broken into that person's home, I decided might as well just pet their dog, who was very blind, if I must be honest. That dog is not saving any home, but he's very cute. Since I'd already broken into one home, I decided might as well break into each and every one of them. When I broke into the next home, I saw a green ghost that I remember was talking about some calculations. He said, talk to him again.
Didn't chop the tree. His fault. It's all his fault. He couldn't afford it.
And I thought to myself, this dude has been clearly wronged by someone who didn't give him the money for his work. So I just decided to see how much money he owed. And if the creators of this world thought that the only way someone can move on in this world is to solve an abacus, they were dead wrong, because I did not know jack shit how to solve an abacus. So I decided, what is Light doing? I mean, she's smart, that is why I hired her. Maybe I should just ask her for some help. This abacus is mysterious. Yeah, since the owner is a carpenter, he might have built in some mechanism. And I decided to be honest, because me pretending that I knew everything about an abacus was not taking us anywhere. So I decided to ask Light if she knew how to solve an abacus. Let's look at that example picture the carpenter left. 723. Exactly. The top beats are worth 5 and the bottom beats are worth 1. Just push beats together to create a digit. For example, let's take the third column from the right. 1 top beat plus 2 bottom beats, 5 plus 2, 7. The rightmost column is ones place. Next comes the tens and the hundreds place. So this picture shows the value of 723. Now I see. So I thought to myself that if this was a ledger, then maybe if I find out how much money this dude was owed, we might be able to set him free without any action. So I just decided to go through the notes, and it said 40 coin. 40 plus 23, which is 63. 63 plus 80, which is 143. 143 plus client Ash cut down the tree. But this page was missing and I did not know what the number was. Now what could this be? He was saying 100, so 63 plus 80, 143. Maybe the answer is 243. 2, 4, 3. But that clearly was not the answer. So I decided I'll go down the list of my clues to see if I ever came across anything that might help me solve this case. If I remember correctly, Ash was the husband of the lady, of the pregnant ghost. So maybe I can go down to their home to find some clues. And that is what I did. Upon entering the home, I found my answer, 85 coins. So we had 143 and we had 85. So 140 plus 80 is 220 and 5 plus 3 is 8. 2, 8? No, 8?
Genius!
So after stealing the key from this dude's house in the name of investigation, I decided to break into his shed in the name of investigation, where I found a huge ass tree and a broken axe. After using my max brain capacity, I found the coin, the spiritual memory. So it seemed like Ash and June had cut a deal which June did not clearly follow through, and I was like, Man, that's kinda shitty, man. Either he was lying or something else distracted him. We'll see in the memories. And I was like, this June dude clearly seems like a lazy punk. But I'll still look into his memories and solve this shit out. So I went into my temporary bat cave in this village to go back in time and solve this issue out. So I decided to discuss this matter with the gods, but they were like, we're not talking to you until you show us your moves. And I was like, who do you want to see? And they were like, they wanted me to do a Michael Jackson. And I was like, who is Michael Jackson? So they showed me some memories and asked me to pull that move off. And if I did it, they're gonna let me see the memory. And I was like, fine. It's such a thriller, play the night. And after getting full marks from all of them, I was able to put in a memory and go back in time to see Jude's memory. Now it was up to Mr. Master Manipulator to do his job and save the village. So it was when I went back in time, I saw it, that it was now my responsibility to convince June to cut down the tree. Clearly Uncle Huang getting better at chess is not going to be one of the solutions. The tree seems a bit unsteady maybe. I went on ahead to find more memory tokens to use to change this dude's mind. I felt overwhelmed in a situation like this, and I decided to consult to the smartest of these lot, the dog, and see what he was thinking about this whole situation. Maybe he already had a plan formed to save the people from the falling of the tree, and I decided to see what he was thinking about.
Bun smells good. Woof woof.
Yeah, clearly that's not the solution. So I decided to go to Mr. Chicken. Maybe he can change June's mind. But cluck shiny cluck is all he wanted to say. Realizing that there isn't much that I can think about anymore, I decided to let June live his memory. I decided to check in Ember's mind if there were a couple of words that I could use in my motivational speech to make June, to inspire June to cut the tree, and I was not disappointed. It was time for me to change June's mind. Do something else first, go cut down the tree. June, my man, I know that Ash hasn't paid you enough, and a lot of these villages are dirt poor and do not pay you enough for the kind of services that you pull off. But just think about it, man. Just think about it. The tree is about to fall, and if that tree falls and someone dies, it's gonna be on your head. 1. 2. You are the carpenter of this town, right? You're the only carpenter in this town. You're thinking about the 85 gold that is gonna come into your hand, that might not come into your hand if you cut this tree down. But what if you are going down to the river or on the bridge and this tree falls on your head, or even worse, your hands? Then you're not losing out on those 85 coins, but you're losing out on every single coin that you were ever gonna earn from this life. If you're not dead, then you'll have to do something else. And I know how much you love doing your carpentry stuff. Do you remember that one time when you were super creative and we had built that abacus to hold a key? To hold a key, man. That is how good a carpenter you are. You made that abacus. And if this tree falls on your head, then we'll lose a creative artist from China. And next thing's next. Imagine that tree, when it gets old, who's gonna get the wood out of it? You are. So if you cut it down, that's a lot of business coming your way. If there's people who are looking to make homes, they can come to you for that wood. What if winter hits? You will be the one that everyone will come to for wood, and you can sell it at 85 coins per branch. Have you ever thought about that? That's business idea, my mate. And I think you know what to do. If you're still not convinced, I'm gonna tell you, man. That dude, I've seen Ash. Ash is working really hard, and those are some good herbs, man. And you know, with all this disease going around and Woody's death, everyone's paranoid and everyone needs herb. And that dude is gonna make us rich. So I tell you, go out there and cut that tree, and I give you my word that you will have more money than you can ever imagine. How does that sound? That is how I convinced June to cut down the tree. And then he was like, "Where did I leave my keys?" And I was like, "This idiot. In the cabinet?" June, did you not hear what I just said? Did I not tell you about that one creative time when you and I decided that, you know what will be really cool to hide our secret locker room's key? The abacus. And half of the people in this town are not well read. So no one will be able to calculate the answer to our questions. And no one will be able to get inside a storeroom to get all the gold from us or the wood from us if we cut down that tree, don't forget. So, and you were like, right, we should make an abacus. I told you that was sort of a dumb idea because you were basing it off on your ledger, which will keep chasing, but I hope you remember the password, mate. Things you gotta do for your boys, man. When I came out, I saw that Mr. Chicken had took the key. And I was like, oh my god, Mr. Chicken. Maybe I have to convince some other people to get hold of this chicken. Maybe I should just feed that chicken to the dog. Let me see if Mr. Dog has some interesting ideas on this matter. Dog is hungry. I cannot waste my efforts on anything else now, so I'm gonna go to Ming's sister and tell him that the bun is getting cold. And she remembered, oh, Ming is hungry. I was really mad that poor old Willow was shouted at and he was ready to throw down his instrument into the water. And I told him, wait, Willow, what are you doing, my mate? Don't you remember the Taoist is coming tomorrow? There's a show tomorrow and you gotta perform, man. You're the best goddamn instrumentalist musician in this town, and if you don't perform, who's gonna perform for us? Old man Ming? No, he can't play jack shit. He's not even winning his chess game. So the best thing that we can do is you keep playing, my mate. Oh my god. Then I saw little Faith, and I decided maybe I should just ask her to feed the chicken to the dog since he was hungry. And she was like, no, I like Mr. Chicken, I'll just ask Uncle Ming for his bun. And I was like, go ahead, you can try. Meanwhile, I had convinced June to find another way to save the tree, which was damn tiring, to be honest. I had to convince everyone in this village to just save a tree that was clearly gonna kill one of them. But that is how people are. And You just gotta find a way to work around it. After I came back to my timeline, I saw that the tree was fixed. And for all my goddamn efforts, do you know what I got? Fucking rain on my brand new clothes. No one's paying me for my clothes. At least give me a rain jacket for this shit, man. Is this the kind of repayment that I get for saving people now? But there was a flower over there, so I decided I'm just gonna send back to my friend Tree Sage. Multiflora rose. My favorite scented sachet had the same rose soon on. I remember. It was one of a pair, and she kept the other. She spent days crafting them. And after all that, I was just too damn tired to go to the next village and decided I'm gonna take a nap. Right here, right now. And if you wanna know what happened to me after I woke up, come check this channel out tomorrow. And you'll find out what happens in my life as a rewinder. Shabba khair.